Teleaudience, we're going now to a brief commercial. After the commercial, I will cut up the almonds that we're going to use to decorate our dessert for today. Don't move on there. Here we are back after a brief commercial. Teleaudience, as I tell you before, today we're making a quick dessert for diet people, and also in this program today we have a special guest. Let's see a little who is that special guest.
Our special guest on this program is the lawyer Jack Haller, who has served as Parliament of the Island in the Chamber of Representatives of Colombia.
Welcome to our program Home Delight, Mr. Jack Huston. How are you today?
Fine, thank you for inviting me today and to try this delicious dessert that you are preparing.
Well, I hope you like it and it will be nice. It's special for the people, but also who is not people that is diabetic can use that same dessert. They have to throw something sweet like more sugar or anything in it. So, Mr. Jack, while I cut up my almonds that I'm going to use to decorate our pastry, I would like you to tell our teleaudience who is Jack Hosney, where he studied, what he do in his life, that the teleaudience will know a little bit about you.
Well, I am an Islander. I was born here in San Andres. I have all my youth here. I study elementary school in a school that doesn't exist anymore. It's Mrs. Newell's school, primary school. Then I passed to Sagrada Familia for the 4 years of elementary. And in third degree of elementary, I went to Instituto Bolivariano. I studied there until I get graduate. And I went to Bogotá, studied law in Universidad Externado de Colombia. I came back to San Andres. I be a deputy in the assembly from 1992 to the 2000, and now I am the actually representative in the Cámara de Representantes, representing the people of San Andres.
Thank you a lot. So our teleaudience will know who is Jack Hosney, real, and all those things. Tell us, Mr. Jack, you at home like to prepare any type of dessert, or so you help your wife to prepare something like that, sweet or anything like concern in the kitchen?
Well, it's not my specialty to prepare dessert. That is her area, my wife's area. She makes a very nice dessert. She prepares brownies and some other things. But I used to cook another thing, conchs and fish and
or native food.
Yeah. So I prepare to some Arab food too, because you know my parents are Arabs. So we keep the culture alive there between local food, the San Andres food, and Arab food too, and we cook some Colombian food too.
Well, that's good to keep up your tradition from both sides. You say you're Islanders, so you keep up the part from the Islanders and you keep up the part from your parents. Teleaudience, as you see, I cut it up fine for almonds that we're going to use to decorate our dessert. So, Mr. Jack, can you tell the teleaudience something else about your life, what you would think, or what plans you have for the future?
Well, actually, I'm concentrating get some something good for the island. I can make a brief resume of what we are doing in the Congress for next year for San Andres. We're going to have the biggest budget in the history of the island. We're going to have around 800,000 million pesos for 2014. That is a lot of money. In Creole, that is a pile of money. So we need to spend it well. We have to make a good investment in things that can produce development for the people and to create jobs and more prosperity in the island. So I think it's good news. We are working too in this matter with the Tribunal de Justicia de La Haya. That is a painful situation for us. We're trying to keep our frontier in the 82 meridian and all our sea in the same way that we used to have it since 1928. And that is important for the island too.
Very, very good. So that is good that you are doing or to have big projects for the island for the next year coming. And I hope it's not only for the next year coming, so now it can be a long, long time.
That we're hoping to.
That is good. Can you tell us you have kids or children?
Yes, I'm married for 18 years now with Cristina Gaviria. She's from Pereira. She's an architect. She worked hard here in the island. All the Rivieras, then she built it, the stores, and a lot of things. She worked in private sector. She doesn't have no contract in public sector. And we have two children. We have Nicholas, that is 15 years old, and Marian, my daughter, she's 12. And they live happy here in San Andres. We are teaching them some responsibility to the island. They have to do something for this island that gave us everything, to us and to them too. And I hope that we're going to stay here for many generations, providing work for the people, giving back something to this island that is our house for many years.
Well, it's a good idea, and it's something good that you learn your kids them that they have to think on the future of the island, because that is what we have to think on now, and it's something very, very good. Teleaudience, as you see, I finished cut up or almonds. You cut it the finest that you want. If you don't want it too fine, or if you just want it in a big chunk or whole, you can use it too. But I cut it up fine today because I want to use it with cinnamon. So I finished cut up my almonds, and I'm going to put it one side to throw with our dessert. So we're going now to a brief commercial, and after the commercial I will show you how our dessert stay today. Don't move on there.
Always use fresh ingredients. Check the expiration dates of each one of them before using.
Hello teleaudience, we are here back to our program Home Delight. As I tell you, today we're making a quick dessert for diet people. For that dessert we use pine. We cut up the pine, or we can buy it in can. We use cream, milk cream. We use almonds to decorate, cinnamon, and cherry to decorate. Also in our program today, we have a special guest who is Mr. Jack Hosney, with accompanying us today in this program and telling us a little about his life. So now I'm going to show you how our dessert must stay when we finish prepare it. I'm going to get it, but while I go, I don't know if Mr. Jack wants to tell the teleaudience something else about his life that he don't tell me yet.
No, I don't know. There is a lot of things about our life here in the island, but what is important is that we're trying to make something special for the island. We are trying to work hard. We are trying to represent the interests of the people, keeping in mind that it is an racial island, that it have a special culture. And if we keep alive that culture, we can be riches not just in our inner being, in our as human being, but too as people, because culture is patrimony. Patrimony means money, so we have to keep it alive. and that's why I'm so glad to be here with you, Jadi.
Okay, I'm glad to hear that too. So the audience and Mr. Jack, this is our dessert. We use pine, cream of milk, and now I'm sprinkling cinnamon on the top to serve it. This is the way. Sprinkle a little cinnamon. We're going to use a little almonds too. If you don't have almonds but you have nuts home, you just cut up the nuts too and use it in it. It's something easy. I hope when you go home you can learn your wife to prepare a dessert like this too. And show a little. And to finish our decoration, we're going to put cherry in it also. That they bring up the color of our dessert. So I hope, Mr. Jack, you will enjoy our dessert. I'm going to serve you. This is our dessert, and I hope you enjoy it and you will like it also.
I don't doubt it. Thank you, Jadira. Let's try it.
Tell the audience, this dessert is something easy that you can prepare at any moment. It's special for diet people, so we don't have no problem to say, well, home we have some person that can't eat sweet, but this dessert, they can make use of it because it's something that don't want to stay over sweet and it wants to stay with a nice flavor and taste.
Oh, it's very nice. Thank you.
It is very nice.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
Well, I'm glad to know that you like the dessert that we prepared today, and you will learn your wife at home how to prepare it. You say it's something easy that we make. It don't take no time. You're going to need more or less about 20 minutes to prepare it. While you beat, you put to the fridge, and afterward you cut up and throw everything in it.
No, it's very nice. It has fat balance. It's not so sweet, and it's very nice. Thank you. Congratulations.
Thank you very much. So, tell the audience, I recommend you that you can use this dessert at any event that you have home. Sometimes we prepare events that we have all type of people, and some can enjoy everything that we have. So we have all different type of dessert that we can prepare special for our guests them that don't eat sweet. Jerry, dessert them that don't eat from your parents' side.
Well, the Arab culture have a lot of dessert, a lot. They're based in nuts, almonds too. They use pistachio nuts, and they're so sweet. They put a lot of sugar in it, but it's famous, but because of their dessert. They have a lot, a bunch of dessert in Arab food.
It must be nice because what is almonds, nuts, pistachio, those things, I must believe they use it because it's something that healthy for your body.
I don't know. Dessert and food have something to do with the culture and with the environment of the people. So you find here in San Andres some kind of dessert that is like a mirror of the people who lives here and the environment. So and the culture and the ancestors and everything. So, but in talking about the Arab desserts, they have a lot because, you know, it was a place that everybody passed through the Middle East. So the caravanas that came from India to Europe, it have to pass through there. So it received a lot of influence from many parts. So they have a lot of food and of desserts too.
Who pass, live, then tradition,
something
and then learn also tradition from.
And for thousands of years. So
because part of our tradition here is from, they say from Africa.
Yeah, from Africa, England,
Central America,
Jamaica.
Plenty of the things, and because the plantain tart that you mentioned in the Caribbean is a dessert that they use plenty.
Yeah, it's the same people that lives here in the West Caribbean, in Jamaica, in Nicaragua, in Bocas del Toro, in Panama. It's the same language, the same culture.